What's enough for you to commit to a man?
If you leave me the f alone, listen to my orders. If I tell you to do this shit, clean the house, come home with a nice full meal already ready for me, you know, we're not because that's just for breeding purposes. I'm not you. You know what I mean? That's good enough for me. And also some guy just stay in his lane, never ask too many questions, don't bother me, that's it.
Wait a minute.
If I wanted to take you on a first date, what's the absolute most I should spend on it?
Like probably 500.
500 is the most for the first date.
Not the most, minimum.
What's your age?
I'm 24.
Are you single?
I'm very single, yeah.
Why do you think that is?
By choice. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I just
why-
don't have time for bullshit.
So what bullshit are New York men bringing to you?
Too much fucking bullshit. Broke as hell, lying ass hoes, scamming ass bitches. They don't do shit and they don't do enough.
So how do you even date in a city like this?
You don't date.
What's enough for you to commit to a man?
What's enough for me to commit to a man? If you leave me the f alone, listen to my orders. If I tell you to do this shit, clean the house, come home with a nice full meal already ready for me, you know, we're not because that's just for breeding purposes. I'm not you. You know what I mean? That's good enough for me. And also some guy just stay in his lane, never ask too many questions, don't bother me, that's it.
You don't think
Wait a minute. Wait. Yo, son, you know what's crazy is that when people say things like, yo, is there such thing as toxic masculinity? And I say, you know, that's not even a real goddamn term. I look at videos like this and I say, you know, this might be one form of that definition. Sometimes, you know what I also wish? We could take modern day content. This is a 24-year-old woman, okay? She sounds like a Mrs. Ma'am, but it's a 24-year-old woman, completely cooked, right? Not an option for both men nor women, hates herself, hates everyone around her, as she can talk so negatively about them, isn't accountable enough to understand that she is the issue. I wish that we could take this content and then like just flashback in time, all right? Do a flashback. And then go to like men who fought in wars who have died for this country. Like they have died for this country. For people like this to have free speech, free thought. You're like leaders of different movements. I want to show this content to like her great Asian grandfather and just watch and just film the content. I asked them a couple of questions like, how do you feel that this is what you sacrificed, like your life and your living conditions at the time, and then this is the barents of the fruits of your labor. How is it that you feel about that? And just watch the content, baby. Let's listen to a little bit more.
that's playing more of the man's role instead of vice versa?
Hey, it's 2025.
So
There's a little bit of everything out here these days. You know
how
what I'm
many
saying?
men do you think are actually willing to
Zero.
be that for you?
Not a lot, which is why I'm single. Because I will not, for my own standards, I will not dip down.
So do you not
Yeah,
want
standards.
to have love one day?
Oh, I don't care about it. As long as I got money, I'm good.
Oh,
Does it bring
God.
happiness or
Cook.
does it for
I
you?
mean, I'm not gonna lie, you know, you could be depressed and broke, or you could be depressed with a lot of money.
She's depressed. There it is right there. She don't get... Oh, God. You know what's interesting is that she doesn't realize that she gets what she is. She ain't shit, so she's going on track ain't shit. A dude that's of quality, morality, true intentions is going to take a look at this and be like, ew, get the hell away from me. You walk around all day with a black cloud over your head. You don't even know why it's raining on you every single day, even when it's clear, blue, sunny skies out. And it's because of your own behavior. It's because of how you think about and treat yourself and what the negativity that you project onto other people. You will never understand that, ma'am. Hopefully, nobody gets you accidentally pregnant, because...
And yeah, it helps a lot.
What's your age?
For the
I'm
streets.
21 years old.
I'm 22.
Okay.
How long you been together?
About 3 years.
If your woman gave you a guilt-free pass to have fun with any girl
Uh-oh.
of your choosing, do you take it
He's thinking about it.
or do you leave it?
Are you gonna be mad at me?
No.
Okay. I would take it. Are you sure? Okay.
Say whatever you feel.
I would take it. Because I know
Are you sure? You cook too, brother.
that she loves me at the end of the day.
Oh.
Don't be mad at me.
Oh,
Okay,
so
okay.
crushed.
Say what you feel.
What's really in it for you to just experience another woman?
What isn't? Pleasure? Like, I don't know.
Do you think that if you did sleep
Oh.
with a random girl, that it would affect
Oh,
the
she's getting
relationship
kicked
that
in
you've
the
built
stomach
over
right
the
now.
last 3 years?
For me, it's a no, but for her, I would want to know her answer. But honestly, like, we're pretty loyal to each other, and we know that, like, when things happen, it's okay.
Oh,
I
she's
have
in
never
pain.
done that. So, I don't know. We trust each other enough to know that we love each other and that we are going to be together in the future. But
She's grabbing her ovaries.
honestly, the answer that I could give you would be, yeah, I would. And I don't know what she would say.
So let's flip it, right?
Oh, my brother, you cooked. Any of the MTRs out there, the lovely ladies out there, if a young man is going to admit this, just understand that it ain't for a long time. Must understand he doesn't respect you enough to at least keep those thoughts on the inside in a public interview.
Let's say he gave you one. Knowing his answer, do you take it or would you still,
She
you know,
probably
say,
gonna
nah,
take it, I guess.
I'm good.
Oh, look at his reaction.
I don't need to. I'm not upset with him for answering that he would. I'm not offended. It doesn't make me feel different about myself. I don't feel the need to.
He's thinking about it.
I value an emotional connection with people more than a physical. And I appreciate a physical once I have an
He's
emotional.
panicking.
So a one night random situation doesn't mean anything to me. So yeah, I honestly wouldn't take the opportunity if I had one.
What's your age?
I'm 21.
He's done for.
Are you single?
I am single.
What's one thing you'd say you bring to the table that other women don't when it comes on to dating men?
That's a really good question, but I really don't know. I mean, I feel like I haven't really been looking today. I am a mom, but I feel like I do have that instinct in a way,
You said you're 21?
and I'm a
They're
mom.
boxing
yeah.
in Times Square?
So, what's it like bringing a child into the world so young?
Honestly, I feel like I was destined to be a young mom. So to me, it's more like I was just like God put me in this position. Like I'm just meant to be a young mom.
At what stage in your life did you think you were going to enter motherhood?
Well, I kind of like when I was younger, I kind of did want to be a young mom, but obviously I didn't expect it to be like that soon. But yeah, I think I just always wanted to be a young mom, and that's what happened.
But walk me through the time
Yeah.
and your reaction when you found out that you were pregnant.
Oh, I was scared. Like when it happened, my first thought was obviously abortion because I was so young. But like as time went by, I think it was like maybe like a couple of weeks, I kind of just thought to myself like maybe I don't want to do this. As I said, like I think I was just destined to be a mom, so I kind of just wanted to keep my daughter, and I'm glad I did.
So, the guy that you had your child with, is he in your life now?
We co-parent really well, but we're not together.
What's the reality of co-parenting?
My daughter's 2 years, so we kind of been going through it like for 2 years, but I feel like the first year, as so many like parents, they kind of just argue like it's kind of like a rough patch, but we kind of went like through that arguing, like being mad at each other, like hating each other, and then after that we kind of just both realized like we're gonna be in each other's lives forever, so like why would we argue, why would we hate each other
True.
if it's
That's
just gonna
the
affect
cycle.
our daughter at the end of the day.
What's your age?
Hold on. We got to talk about that real quick for all my G's out there. And this is MTR Field Studies. Modern women today will feel the brunt of the consequences of having a child, right? At the end of the day, they still inevitably have 30 forms of birth control, and as well as they have access to that mighty A word, right? After conception, to get rid of what they view at that time as a mistake. You don't have all of those things at your disposal. But what I find is that more often than not, let's say you get into those situations, and then I would test these chicks. I would test these chicks to try to understand how for the street are they. I would go in acting like I'm not gonna put a condom on, and I'll see how far that they will allow me to go in that motion. And I'll get right up to the gates, and then I go and I put a condom on real quick, right? Just so I can have more information to know. What I find is that in modern times today, these women don't care about protection. They don't care about protection whatsoever. Even the talk of STDs is generally given from a perspective of how dirty some of these dudes are. But a lot of these chicks, right? Like, and they don't know because for a lot of these things, such as chlamydia and gonorrhea, they may not have any symptoms. But a lot of these chicks just hop from pogo stick to pogo stick, not wrapping it up, letting Tom, Dick, and Harry go up inside, and they become a walking radioactive bomb. So anyway, long story short, wrap it up, wrap it the hell up. But let's see what this undressed young lady has to say.
have to say that? I'm 36.
Look at them
you
guys,
single?
baby.
No.
You have a man.
Yes.
How long have you been with him?
Dressed like
5
that?
years.
At 5 years in, has your man proposed to you yet?
Oh,
No.
God.
Of course.
No.
Why do you think he hasn't got down on his
Because
knee?
you're for the
Well,
street.
this is a little personal, you don't think? One, I would say past relationship traumas. Two, I would say maybe things I might have said that made him kind of like question, you know, is she gonna walk away and, you know,
You're a product of your own demise.
stuff like that. Because, you know, sometimes when we get angry, we say certain
That's
things.
accountable.
And we plant seeds in a way. That's what I'm saying. But honestly, it shouldn't be no reason.
What if he came to you and he said, you know what, I'll never propose. Would you stay?
Yes.
So what would make you even open to doing that?
I love him.
So the marriage doesn't really mean a thing.
No, it's just a piece of paper. I feel like we built a lot more together. So for me to just let him go because I don't have a ring on my finger, that would be crazy. I'm not saying that he won't eventually do it or it's not a possibility for it. It's gonna
won't.
happen. But if it don't ever happen, no, I'm not leaving.
What's your age?
26.
I appreciate her accountability. You often don't see that in a street interview. Like a woman saying that, yeah, because of my mouth, he's got second guesses within his mind, or oftentimes, you know, there'll be 1 foot in and a pinky toe in and 1 foot out. And at the point that there's some conflict, they run for the damn hills.
Are you single?
Unfortunately.
Or at least they threaten
Where do you
to
think
run for
most
the
men
hills.
go wrong when it comes on to dating a woman?
I feel like it comes down to vulnerability and having that middle ground. I'm very nonchalant with things, so I'm very open to communication. And I feel like sometimes with men, it might be a little hard to just be open and honest with things and come into that middle ground.
You don't want our honesty. If we talked honestly about the things that we actually think, you would get your feelings hurt. Modern women today want us to be truthful, but you don't want us to be truthful because your feelings can't handle it. So keep on asking for all of this vulnerability and talking and shit like that, but you really don't want men to be vulnerable, right? And say what exactly is on their mind.
Why do you think it's a challenge
And many men don't, because if they did, they would never get the cheeks.
for men to be vulnerable with women?
I feel like it's tough to say because I feel like a lot of men might feel that if they're open and honest with how they feel, it might be frowned upon, like they're weak
Yes.
or something. They express the way that they're feeling, type of thing. So I feel like that's where it comes a little shaky.
Do you find a man attractive who you go on the first date and he's telling you everything about his family, his life, his money, his history? Or would you rather the guy, as time progresses, you get to learn more about him?
No, definitely as time progresses. I feel like being open and honest, it comes with a time frame, right? You don't want to trauma dump. I feel like if people on the first date are very open and vulnerable, it's kind of like you can bond over trauma, like, oh, okay, I see this and that. And I feel like that
That's
doesn't
terrible
work
way
out
to-
necessarily
She's right.
in long term. I feel like it's something where you feel the person out first date, and that's something you build up to. Trust is earned. It shouldn't be something that should be easily accessed off the first meet. I would say you're seeing someone first month, second month, third month. Okay, I've been seeing you for 3 months now. I really dig you. I like you. I want to take this seriously. This is who I am. And I feel like that's when the peak is, all right, this is me. Do you accept me for me? You've accepted me for the last couple of months. Is this something you want to pursue long term? And this is how I am. And if that's something you accept, let's go from there.
What's your age?
21.
Are you single?
Yeah, single.
How tall are you?
5'5".
Would you say dating is more challenging for you than a guy who was like 6 foot plus?
Of course. He has the advantage. I feel like a lot of women, they want a tall guy. It's just being realistic, but I can only control my positive attributes, you know what I'm saying? What I got, you know, me staying locked into my brand, my own business, working out, staying in shape, trying to be the best person I could be
Great answer.
for myself, you know, so I could attract what I want and attract what I could get, you know what I'm saying, out of the universe.
But in your
Great answer.
personal experience, has your height ever really affected the woman that you wanted to get?
50-50. In my opinion, it could be different for everybody because everybody's different.
Does a woman's height ever intimidate you?
Not really. I like it.
What's so attractive about, I guess, looking up to your woman?
You know, like my stylings, you feel me? So they look good. I feel like, you know, the height just makes them look like a model, you feel me? That model look, so I kind of like it, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Would you ever get surgery to get taller?
Nah, hell nah. I'm gonna just be grateful what I am. Be grateful who you are. I feel like if you do surgery to get taller, you're just insecure. And in reality, you're gonna mess yourself up in the long term.
What's your age?
I'm 28.
Shout out
single?
to that short
Yes.
king.
What is it that you do?
I'm a model. I represent New York in pageant.
If I wanted to take you on a first date, what's the absolute most I should spend on it?
Depends where we go.
Pregnant?
But with nice restaurant, nice dinner, like probably 500.
500 is the most for the first date.
Not the most, minimum.
The minimum?
Yeah.
That's your expectation out the gate?
I would say because I don't really go out public places a lot. I like more quiet, my space.
He's on the
so
street
I
right
don't
now.
really go out clubs and other places. So I feel like going that kind of restaurants, they cost more money. So that's
New
why I
York is
would say
cooked.
500 for the dinner. So it would cost more than that, probably.
Why do the super expensive dinner as opposed to a picnic in the park?
It's about the quality. You go to the restaurant and you have a best service, you have your own space. So I rather have good quality of time and experience than just sitting in a park.
Yeah,
That's
cooked, absolutely. A woman that equates the amount of money that you're spending on a date as quality as opposed to the conversation that she can be having with you as a man, as opposed to the quality of yourself as a man, the content of your character, right? She's not valuing any of those things, and she's valuing where it is that you take her out to. She's already setting the minimum price up at $500 before you even take her anywhere. She ain't worried about dating. She's just worried about having experiences because her lifestyle is such that she's so busy that she barely gets out, even though she's currently walking on a public street in the middle of Manhattan. But she barely gets out, so when she goes out, I ain't going nowhere. Meanwhile, she's average at best, mediocre in the face, skinny with a front butt, which is wild. She's got on a Target yoga outfit, $65.99 Air Force Ones, and some ballerina socks. The standards that these women create from themselves and their delusion within their mind. I mean, you're doing a free interview with him right now. He gets to talk to you for free. So a man has to date you for $500 minimum? You're absurd, ma'am. Get out of here.
It's not about how much he spends on it, it's about how much he's willing to give me the comfort that I deserve as a woman.
So if he drops 500 on date one, do you expect that throughout the lifeline of the relationship?
No, we can build together, we can do everything together. I can support him, he can support me. Things change in life, so I understand that. But from beginning, at least you need to be ready to create the family and be provider and have some certain income.
What's your age?
Oh, God.
Disclosed.
Are you single?
Yeah.
What's it like dating women in New York?
It's cool. I love New York girls.
What do you love about them?
They're the funnest to chill with.
So how do you turn the shorty that you're hanging with into your girlfriend?
If she listens to me after the point that I tell her to make my girl, if she listens from then on, then she could be my girl. I don't care about what happened back then. I don't care if she sucked mad dicks. I don't care. As long as from that moment on she listened to me, then she could be my girl. If she don't listen, then she can't.
So she could have essentially been in the streets.
80 niggas.
80?
She could have fucked 80 niggas.
80 men?
Yeah. She's a baddie, dumb wavy, and done fun to chill with. I'll look past all that if she will listen to me from the moment on.
These are the men that are getting married. We cook, baby. Where my cook sound effect? Oh, this is why I do the content, baby. It's crazy watching all the facts, data, and statistics in regards to like the male loneliness epidemic, right? Like the idea that, you know, whatever percentage, I think like 20% of women will ever be married throughout their life. And of those, they're marrying men like this, that are choosing promiscuous women. And then they get confused when that woman is then promiscuous with them in a marriage, in a relationship. And the tea leaves are right there the entire time. 80? 80. How much of them 80s was in the same day, baby? I bet you a lot of them. Or even at the same time in the same junction. You okay with that, my guy? You don't care That's how much that you value yourself. I think that men that do not have standards, requirements, or expectations, these are the lowest value men of us. They're the lowest value, right? Because this is like a Fortune 10 company accepting bullshit within a resume. That's effectively what you're doing. No, your past doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much that you've actually prepared for this interview. It doesn't matter the transferable skills in order to get this position. It doesn't matter how well that you work within the culture of a company. It will not matter. I'll accept anybody. Anybody that'll take this position, I will accept, irrespective of how your behavior will translate for this very important decision. No wonder these men get their rude awakening and their wake-up call years later. And the thing is like, I do interviews with these eventually when they get older to become OGs, and we have these conversations, and you hear all of these horrible things that happen to them, and then being a product of the family court system all of these years later, and how they got their shirts taken. And it's sad stories, but you're just like, at the end of the day, you chose her.
So why do you think so many men would hear that and go, hell no?
Almost every bitch 80, and you'll never know. So you're gonna have to pick one of them. All these fucking. So you're gonna drive yourself crazy looking for the bitch that's gonna lie to you the best about how many you. Yo, hell yeah.
How do you get to that point of?
Not all. What J. Cole saying? You gotta multiply by 3. Yeah, it's a lie off. Yeah, we know that. He's got a point.
I just don't give a damn anymore.
Yeah, Luna. Oh, because of experiences. And I realized I got to know these women. Once I have started fucking so many women, I got to understand women.
Yeah.
And this is one of my New York shorties. Luna, let me introduce you. Luna, come, let me introduce you.
And they wonder why men stay in situationships until they reach their 50s and their 60s, right? Like, and the reason why is because the access to women is easier than it ever has been before. He's not lying. See, the thing is, like, when I say relationship, I say that it's something serious. He's saying relationship, and he really means situationship. He's got a whole bunch of women that orbit him, right? That are attached to his aura, and he's just having fun with them. I think that's what he means. So we're saying relationship, but we mean two different things. When I say relationship, I mean like I am seriously vetting and considering this woman for the next step, whatever the next step might be, however it is that you define it. But these dudes out here, they in liberal ass cities just having fun because the women are thoughts. They're 304s. Once you begin to meet enough of them and understand how they move, right? And begin to understand the way, right, like the reality, not the highlight version of them, not the perspective of them where they try to make a classy image, and you figure out how many of them is living their roaring 20s, living la vida loca, right? And it's a very small subset of women that are actually prepping themselves, trying to prep themselves to be of a worthy option of a considerable man.
One of my New York shorties, but she from Florida, but she from New York now.
He important.
She's beautiful. Luna, say hi to the camera.
Oh, God.
Love her.
Do you still believe in love after being?
I can already tell you, baby, he's having fun up there. You know what I'm saying? This is the let's have a threesome tonight. Come on, let's have some fun. Yo, that one shorty that you brought through the such and such spot, bring her through again. I saw her eyeing me, and I'm sure you probably like her too. I'm trying to tell you, I've seen too many of these throughout my life, baby. You got to interface cool with them, because being just cool with them, you give them a little bit of eggplant on the side, when they're in a drought season, but you keep them in that kind of cool position, they can be your front runner. They'll go get the chicks for you, all right? And she's definitely that type. Oh, it's something in the jawline. It's something in the jawline.
With that many women?
Yeah, I do.
Look at.
How do you not get lost in, the
Look at.
degeneracy?
Because
She about that
I love
work.
them for who they are. Just as a person, past all the bullshit. When I find a woman that I want to stay down with and is going to listen and build like a teammate, then I'll do that. But I can still love a woman that's a thot. I still love her for who she is.
That boy tripping now. That boy tripping. Guys, that's the desirable truth. I'm gonna leave a link to his videos down up in the description box. Make sure you guys go over. He uploads content all of the time, these kind of compilations. And you guys let me know whether or not we should go over much more of this content on a live stream. Or if you guys like the VOD versions of this, or you want me to do more reactions and stuff like this, more commentary, you guys let me know. Because inevitably, at the end of the day, we got to continue on diagnosing the bullshit in the modern dating culture as it exists today. Listen, I get older people that come up to me and ask me questions like, what is it? What's really going on in the dating culture? I even have Maury when I went up there, he asked me about it, and I kind of gave like a PC answer. But nevertheless, what's going on is what you're seeing right here. This is live and direct, right? And because, there's a camera there, right, and people want social media clout, or because they've had 1 or 2 drinks, they got that liquid courage, and they can speak a little bit more truthful about the situation that they are in, you begin to see the follies, right? You begin to see the breakdown, the communications. You begin to see, women asking for men, like, for example, to be vulnerable. Meanwhile, y'all don't like or respect men that are vulnerable or emotional. And you damn sure don't like or respect men that are overtly truthful in what it is that they want to tell you. And then you begin to see, like, the first young lady who is a walking man acting like a woman, right? And a wounded masculine man acting like a woman who has so many goddamn issues, but think that the issue is everyone else except for herself. And then you got other men that are out here talking about, I'll take a guilt-free pass. And I think that that is abhorrent work. That is red flag territory if I hadn't ever seen it. But shout out to New York. I think that this brother should do much more content in New York because it's more of a melting pot. And I think he's going to get a lot more interesting comments and reactions by doing it in a city like that. Guys, drop me a line down below. What is it that you think about the content? I appreciate your time here today, and I'll see you soon. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.
She belongs to the street.
Girl, don't hold my hand. You a mattress actress on the OnlyFans. Get your money, girl, but damn, how is that your only plan? What you gonna do when you get too old to strip and dance? Get up out your echo chamber screaming period and yes. You a low down dirty woman if you try to get knocked up by a high value man.